What's up, YouTube? I'm still sitting here at the Red Roof, and I gotta go down to the store. And to go to the store, I gotta walk past where I thought I saw a cougar hide. And I'm not talking about a hot old lady that's chasing young dudes. No, I'm talking about like there was something on the edge of the woods that I honestly thought looked to me like a mountain lion. I've seen people walk down this road before because I've stayed at this hotel, and I don't know. First I thought, it's probably just a big cat, like a Maine Coon, because they can get pretty big. And it was walking through snow, and I couldn't tell. Maybe part of him's under the snow as he's walking his feet. Anyway, I'm going to go down there because I got to get something to eat down there. I can go to the restaurant next door. There's the road, and I've seen people walking up and down this road. Now, however, back in October in this county that I'm in now, Newcastle County, October of 2025, there was a cougar sighting in here. A few years back, if you go down the road a little further, this Delaware Park Casino, there was a cougar seen down there. It's probably been 5 years since I heard about that. And up in Pennsylvania right now, across the border, probably 15, 20 miles tops, there was a cougar sighting. My sister-in-law had told me about it. Evidently, they told I don't know if she didn't see it, but it was in the newspaper, and they went after to try to hunt it down. The thing is with mountain lions, and I don't know if it's mountain lions, but I know lions out in Africa have literally a 200-mile area they patrol for food and whatever. Maybe mountain lions can go pretty far too. I would assume it's the same type of thing. Hunting ranges that they can walk at. But anyway, and by the way, I've filmed a video of this. I was walking back. I saw a deer. I filmed it. It's got a big chunk out of its like shoulder near the close to the neck. But I believe this deer got hit by a car. Literally, there's a highway up the embankment, maybe 75 feet, 100 feet to a highway. So he probably got hit and died across it, where I was walking. And something was coming to get it. I mean, it already had chunks out of it. And it could have been, we have birds of prey and, vultures and eagles could have been feeding on because its rib cage was opened. In other words, it had a chunk off the shoulder area near the neck. Someone was chewing it out, and you could see the ribs across were exposed. Something was eating the meat off the deer, right off to there. Anyway, I'm going to go through that way, and I'm going to film it if it's still there. I didn't. Strangely enough, when I saw this thing, was at the edge of the woods, and I honestly thought it was just I looked up and I saw it, and it looked like a freaking dark colored, like maybe a black trash bag hanging on some weeds, like moving around in the wind. And then I was like, no, that's a freaking animal. It was only a couple seconds later I realized, shit, that looks like a panther or mountain lion, whatever. Unfortunately, and I had my phone on me. I didn't get to videotape. I got the video of the area where it was at. I almost feel like seeing it again in a weird way because nobody's going to fucking believe it. I know what I saw. It's the same thing with, people who see Bigfoot or whatever. They're all full of shit, but you can tell some of those people are like, no, I really saw something. And it doesn't pay to make something up like that because then everybody is still going to look at you with skepticism and like you're a kook. But anyway, I'm going over there and let's go. Let's see what we got. Waiting on the elevator. Those woods over there is where I saw that thing. Come on, man, what's going on with this elevator? Okay. Man, they did a shitty job shoveling this out. At least there's a little bit of room. That's another thing I don't feel like falling on the ice. One thing is I'm going to start looking for footprints near where I saw that thing from a distance. Anyway, just to give you a little idea. It was back over there near the road, but back there is an SPCA. People were dropping off cats all the time. So I originally thought maybe it was just a large cat. It was a couple 100 feet away from where I was at. Maybe we get lucky and see it again. But the strange thing that I didn't feel too scared. A little bit, but not like. I'm probably not too wise if I go too close to the area, but people walk through here from the hotel, and there's another hotel over there, and one behind us, and a restaurant, the Green Turtle. So people are coming through here all the time, and nobody else has ever, that I know of, had an encounter, but there was one in this county. Maybe this is where he's hanging, but I don't know. So here's tracks in the snow, but I'm thinking that's just, I don't know. I was gonna say footprints. They look like boots, but we ain't even really near it yet. It's over that way. Let's see where the curve is down there. That's where I was standing, right around the edge of that curve, looking into this woods. There's a creek that runs along there, and the creek's frozen because it was down by the deer. It goes by the deer, and the thing walked into it didn't seem too concerned that I was in the area, or if it even noticed me. Because like I said, there's so many people come through here. Oh, wait a minute. Look over here. Because it could have went up into this area. Now this is yesterday, so that thing could be miles away, unless it's got somewhere it's hauled up living at. Now, wait a minute. I'm looking at that. I mean, I don't want to get too close. It almost looks like footprints. Well, like, I don't know that that's a boot shape over there. Could be an animal came up there. Maybe it is. It's hard to tell, and I don't want to go falling down in that ice over here. Wait a minute. Yeah, right over there, behind that little hill, about 75 feet or so, is a creek, and there's a gully right here. But there's a creek that runs all the way over to the thing over there. See, the deer, there's the highway. The deer could have got hit by a car, ended up dead over here, and something was chewing on them and eating on them a few days later. Shit, what is that? I saw that thing right there. What is that? It's probably just weeds and a lump of some roots to the tree. Now I'm getting a little nervous, to be honest, because it freaked me out a little bit yesterday. Now, look at these holes here. I'm wondering if any of this is tracks. But unfortunately, the snow is like frozen, so it's not. Can't wait a minute. See those little ones? It could have been a young cub coming walking with them, or that could. I mean, what made those holes in the ground? There's no tree hanging where the snow or something would be dripping. Could be a bird or something landing there or something. I don't know. Oh. Man, I really love to have some kind of stick or something to defend myself if something does come out. But if you go in and look, after I got back to the hotel, go and look. See this? Are they animal tracks? They kind of look like it to me. 3 or 4 toed animal tracks, and that's the type a mountain lion would have. But over there, that kind of looks like it could be boots or something going through there. So those ones, that might be dogs. But right through here, I think I was down here, right about this curve area, and I looked over there, and right by that tree, there's like stickers and sticks and stuff. I think that's where I saw it, right there or right there. And I'm thinking, what the hell's that black thing? I thought it was a trash bag. It kind of looked black, but then when it moved, it looked a little bit different. It was still dark. And anyway, it wasn't until it moved that it started to think maybe that's some kind of cat. And then I'm thinking, man, that's bigger than a house cat. But a Maine Coon can be big, and there's an SPCA over there, and people are letting cats go up here because the Red Roof have you're allowed to bring your pet in. I'm sure many of them got out, and then you got hotels over next to them, and there's a lot of strays in the area. And people drop off their cats. They want to get rid of them. They grow up wild in here. However, when I thought about that after I left the area, it seemed too big to be a house cat, and the only thing I could think of was maybe a Maine Coon, because they can get large. But I don't know. It looked like a young cougar, maybe. Yeah, right over here is where the deer was. This is where the creek goes into over here, and let's see if the deer's been chewed on anymore. Because I got film footage of this, so if the deer's missing chunks out of it, it means something's feeding off of it. I didn't see any blood in the snow, and possibly the reason is it got killed, jumped over here, maybe made it down. There it is. You see that? You can see its belly's ripped open. And it's in the snow there. It looked like it might have been there a day or two. It's sitting in frozen snow. I mean, right under here, there must be a pipe going underneath the road. Maybe it's back underneath in that tunnel. But, hopefully not. Hopefully they'll come rolling out at me. But again, I've seen people during the summer walk up and down here all the time, going to the store over there when they're staying at the hotel. Now look at that. There's something chewing on that motherfucking thing. You can actually see it's red, and it's more, it looks like it's more chewed up than it was. It's chewed deeper. And right near the neck and the shoulder is what I was talking about. That deer's been sitting here for a little bit, but something's chewing out meat out of that thing. And there's tracks. Again, I can't tell. They almost look like human tracks, but if something ran through there, you know, I'm starting to get creeped out. I'll tell you what. Let's see. You can see that rib cage on that. Something opened them up and was eating out of that. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit nervous here, just being here now. Maybe I'm crazy for coming down here, but I had to know. I wanted to, I don't know, just some kind of weird curiosity come over me. You know, see that right there? That big thing of stickers, and there could be almost like a tent type of thing. An animal could be living under there. And I think I'm going back. I'm starting to get creeped out. Cumberland, or what you call it, Royal Farms is over there. Yeah, I think I'm getting out of here. I don't see anything, but something's definitely been chewing on that. Now you can take a look at yesterday's video and today. I think you'll see that I'm right. It looks like it's been chewed on more. Wait a minute. That gash out of there, is that from claws? See that in its neck? Man, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Either something was chomping on it there, like above where the red part is like something got a hold of it, which is a predator thing. Lions, mountain lions attack, they go for the neck, they pull down the animal. Huh. And there's the creek. It could have been going to get a drink of water when I saw it over here. Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. It's kind of bugging me out a little bit. And like I said, there's been sightings in here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm near to the hotel. Look at this. Look at this print. Can you see that? That looks like a frickin' mountain lion. See them going into the woods?